This before.
Sorry?
Marianne Vos, second at the World Championships here in Belgium. You've won a lot. How do you feel about finishing second this year?
Well, yeah. Well, of course, we went for the title, but getting second, I know it's in the end it's still silver, and it's second of the world. It's not bad. So in a while, I will be satisfied and happy with silver, but of course the first moments are hard and a little disappointing. But I think it was a hard race, and Balsamo was in a perfect position. I was in a reel, so I had the right wheel and I had a good position. And when she opened up the sprint, I couldn't really make more speed, so I felt it was going to be very hard to catch her.
Talk a little bit to me about your tactics, because you seem to do, I don't know, 50 attacks during the race. How did you plan this?
There were a lot of attacks, and I think with the Dutch team we wanted to have a hard race, to cover the brakes and to be in contention all the time. I think we did it quite well, and for me it was trying to be smart with energy and trying to get into the final as fresh as possible. And that worked out really well, but still, of course, it gets in the legs, and that you could also see in the final lap with all of the riders. It exploded on every single climb.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about the two climbs and how you experienced this final circuit, where I think it was around 45 riders when you got to Leuven, and it ended up being like 15 or 20 riders in contention there at the end. How did you experience those final laps?
Well, yeah, it's really hard. You don't really look around or look back anymore, because it's really, you go from corner to corner, from climb to climb, especially on the Leuven circuit. It's twisty. It feels like you're in a computer game. You're going from left to right, and you're just trying to stay focused and trying to stay in the front. And I think after the Flanders circuit and the kilometers we had before, that you could see that everybody got a little tired, and then it really is a hard lap. And
then in the final K, Elisa Longo-Borghini just pushed the pace, and you three went away. What did actually cross your mind when you were in that perfect position, third wheel, coming into the final 300 meters, and there was even a gap behind you?
Yeah, well, of course you don't really look back. You try to focus on doing the right thing, and I was waiting for the right moment to open up the sprint, and maybe in the end they should have gone earlier, but you also don't want to go too early, and I think Balsamo had the perfect sprint, so like I say, I tried to counter and to go with her, but I couldn't make more speed.
And with all you've won, final question here, with all you won, how do you keep up this motivation of going for pretty much every single race, every single year?
It's still fantastic. I mean, it's such a great vibe to race the World Championship, to line up in the team kit, and to be there for your country. And then now this year again with all the spectators, of course, it's World Championship is always a dream to ride. And it's not, for me, it's not difficult to keep that motivation, and even a better motivation to go on now.
Thank you.